Welcome back to the program. Here we get to discuss something very interesting, and today we're looking at nation building as we look at developing entrepreneurial mindset in Nigeria. And we have joining us to help make sense of this discussion, TEGA OBAYAGBONA, who is an entrepreneur who has done a lot of businesses and a lot of work around real estate sector, catering, social development, and every other thing that she's done. Thank you so much for coming on the program.
You're welcome.
How is Abuja?
Abuja is good. I'm getting to know Abuja very well.
Right. Let's talk about how did you become an entrepreneur, and what's the process of becoming an entrepreneur and choosing, I want to do something for myself? Was it that you were not employed, or you just felt you applied for some jobs you did not get and you decided to look inward? What was the process for you?
The process for me was a smooth one because I actually never liked being on the average side. I've always wanted to own my own business and do things myself. So after leaving the university, I met this group of persons that were into MLM, that's multi-level marketing. And they caught me with their everything they were into. They were into building wealth. They were into providing solution for those who have health challenges. They were also creating job opportunities for those who believe in salary. And they have so much incentives that when you get involved, you kind of benefit so much. And I was interested, it got me. So I said, okay, I'm in. And really as I started, there was a target at that time to travel in 3 weeks if you meet their target. So while trying to meet their target, every other one was falling into place. So I learned about the business in just 2 weeks. And I started giving their health seminar lectures. So in a short while, I've brought in people into the business who were keen about getting salary. Because in the business, it's a network marketing business. If you bring in one person, then it was 30,000. And I targeted bringing in 10 persons every month. While I was doing that, I was getting my points for international travels. I was doing health talk. So I was creating solutions for those who had health challenges, and I was seeing it work. So I was into it, and in less than 6 weeks, I was qualified for their first trip. So I wasn't just making money, I qualified for a free expense trip to South Africa.
All right, so that was a journey for you. So when you were done with that, you decided that I have to do something myself.
Yeah, I was not really fulfilled. I already had the idea of catering. I was already doing catering, and I was still doing it, but that one took my attention. After a while, I realized that I'm fulfilling somebody else's dream. Why don't I do my own business? That is focused on my own catering business. And I started with Tea's Kitchen. I became known as Tea's Kitchen, family food. Then later I registered catering business, catering masters rather, which I'm still using now as a caterer in Edo State, Benin State. I'm very popular, they know me there. But then I was still not fulfilled. I still knew that there was something missing. So I became a contractor, started supplying building materials to companies. And while I was doing that, I joined a Japanese company that were into building. I opened my first building company in 2020. Got my first building work, apart from supplying building materials, got my first building contract to build a church in 2022. I finished the building, still doing my building material, and that was when real estate clicked. I said, oh, this is it. I'm going into real estate.
So that's like a lot of things that you've done over time, right? And in different fields of life, going from one to the other, and all of this, and that's very beautiful. So I like to ask, in this work, have you seen challenges? Because a lot of persons in Nigeria will look at the country and they are like, it's very challenging in Nigeria. Things are difficult in the country. To get by, you need to know somebody, you need to have connection. So for those listening to you and they're just thinking, oh, I have my own catering business, but the only person patronizing me are my family members. Or I have a real estate company and I don't have people patronize me. So how do you get yourself to be known so that you can have this patronage from people?
Yeah, in real estate, I'm actually trying to be known, and I just thought to be known, I have to, just like my early beginning in the other businesses, I studied the business. I knew the literature. So in real estate now, I need to know more about real estate, as in everything that has to do with real estate, the laws, the tax, regulations, whatever that is, controlling it, and investments, getting used to mentors. And that's what I want to know more in real estate, because to succeed, and I don't see the challenges as anything because I like challenges. I can face it, but I need to equip myself more so that I can face the globe and Abuja market.
Right. So for persons who are listening to you and they're asking you now, how do they go through? You say you love challenges. What are some of the things you can point to them as to how they can also go through these challenges if they're facing it, for young people, even for elderly people who may want to go through some things in their life?
Well, the challenge is real estate is a long-term business. It's not about profit, quick profit. It's a legacy. Right. So you need to know more about it before you jump into it, because you won't get the money fast. You need to know about the laws of the land, the people in charge. Marketing, to me, is not too difficult because I've done marketing before. I'm still doing marketing.
So you love marketing? A lot of people run away from marketing departments. I've worked in an organization that if you tell people, I'll send you to the marketing department, they start running, say, you don't like me. So how come you even love marketing?
Life is about buying and selling.
Right.
So I don't want to be the one buying. I buy, I love to buy. I love good things, but I must sell. So if I must get from you, you must also get from me. It becomes vice versa. I'm going to the very basic foundation. It has always been trade by barter. It's still trade by barter if you look at it, because you get your goods, you pay for your service. So if whatever I'm exchanging with you, you are giving me what I want. That's how I see.
So how do you meet people to let them know that these are the goods you have?
Yeah, the goods I have. Before then, I used to do one-on-one, we'll call it prospecting then, that's one-on-one talk. But I realized that to get attention, I need to come out to have a large market. So I decided to go into internet to market my product, which is what I'm doing now. So I'm trying to get used to all the technologies that has to do with, marketing online. Because I know that's where the reach is. That's where the market is. So everything that will make it possible for me, that's a challenge. I don't see it as a challenge. I'm trying to understand it. So that's where any other person may see as a challenge.
Right. So let's talk about young people. When you look at Nigerians today, do you see the same zeal that you had during your time? You say you finished school, you looked at it and said, I can do this, and you decide to tread the young path. A lot of persons complain of unemployment. A lot of persons say they've not gotten employment. When you meet those kind of people, what do you say to them?
Well, I see this set of people as lazy people. They don't want, because actually, if you can think, there's a book that says think and get rich. So you have the capacity to think wide, to think big. They are just after quick cash. They are after salary. So it's like they dream. They are killing their own dreams by themselves.
But there are people that are earning over $1 billion in salary.
Yeah, some people are called for salary. Some people are called for wealth. Not everybody can be a millionaire. Some people are meant to be drivers. They remain drivers because they want to remain small.
They are meant to be drivers.
Yeah, because somebody must drive you. Somebody must cook for you. But if you have that wealth and creation, you have that mind to be big, to control money, to make people not just work for you, to create platform for people to earn a living. Of course, the sky is your springboard. So I see them as lazy graduates. In my time, well, it's not about being lazy. I always thought of, what do I do to give to people? What service can I render? Yeah, though I read a good course, but that notwithstanding.
What did you read in school?
Funny enough, I read law. I also did business administration.
You studied law?
Yeah, I studied.
And you decided to go into catering and do your own business?
Yeah. That is then. When I got married, my husband was not in Nigeria, and I didn't want to practice because I'm so that's what I do. I needed attention for the children. So I just thought, what is that thing that will give me time? I have time to do it, to give me money. I create value. And I can cook very well. Bingo, before you know it.
You started your business, right? So let's look at one of the things that a lot of entrepreneurs in Nigeria complain is getting capital to start. Some people talk about capital, and all of these businesses that you've done are businesses that are capital intensive, catering capital intensive. You want to, the price of food, the price of getting utensils and all of that. Real estate, if you also need capital. So how do somebody like maybe me or somebody who's listening who has never done a business before, how can the person get capital to be able to get something done?
Real estate is a structured business. You've heard of OPM, other people's money. It's a business that you don't start with your own money if you are really determined to make it in real estate. So you start by working with people who already have properties. Developers, for example, estate developers that already have estates to market. There's already a plot of land or blocks of flats or duplexes that are going for marketing for sales. So you that don't have capital now to start business, if you start marketing those products, there are some percentages that will come to you. So before you know, it's not about the money now for you. It's a drive. How do I sell 10 properties? How do I sell 5 properties? If I sell one property, 5% of whatever I'm selling. So if the property is 5 million, for example, you get 5% of the property you're selling. So if you sell 5, you can even sell, after selling 5 properties, if you are determined, now we're talking about your mindset. If you sell 5 properties and you want to really do real estate, inside you, you still manage to eat or feed yourself or pay your rent. You know that, you need to have one while you're still selling others. And this thing is like, it turns you on. By the time you sell 5, you're excited with what comes in. Nobody will tell you. You just be on fire for yourself and by yourself. So that's one of the best ways to come out of that finance aspect of real estate.
All right. So for the other businesses like catering, how do I start?
Catering, you start small. Once you know what to do, like when I started catering business, my children were small. I just asked the person, how much is a plate of food if for a wedding or any party? Then it was 250 naira. And that was it. I started. So I just told 1 or 2 persons, I can cook very well. And you don't need big money to start. Okay, do 5 plates of food for me. And they tested the food. And if you're good, that person will remember and call you again. And one thing with catering, people don't pay. You don't buy food on credit. You want me to cook for you, can't tell me. It's only when it's contract, you can do like maybe 70 or 80%. Then the day of your delivery, they pay you your balance. So you don't cook on credit. That's why catering is very easy to do. It's not difficult. It also has to do with your mindset. If your mind doesn't carry it, you may not be able to go far.
All right. So, and one of the things about doing business is you have to work with people.
Yeah.
You have to reach out to people. You could tell me how challenging it has been working with people, and how it's been. How do you reach out to people? How do you get new partners? How do you get people to collaborate with you? So, the people that have worked with you, what's the relationship like? Because I hear some people say, if not for my workers, so my business collapsed because of the kind of people that came to work with me. So walk us through some of the experiences that you had.
Like I have good workers, my kitchen workers. Now that I'm here, this is weekend now. They'll be wondering that, this woman has not called us. Because I treat them well. I give them good opportunity to work. Friendly with them. I trust them. First of all, I trust. I want to
trust people that
I trust you first because I'm trained not to trust as a lawyer. So I don't want to put it into practice. So I want to earn it. So I just treat everybody with trust.
And is it important for business owners to trust people that work for them?
Not in real estate. Now that I'm in real estate, I'm trying to know, because it's not like catering business. I'm trying to know people, so I can't start by trusting them.
Right.
So I only want to trust some developers who have, studied them to, to conclude that maybe they have integrity. So I must study your kind of person to know whether to trust you or not. Otherwise, I can't trust in real estate.
So different businesses, different dynamics.
Yeah, because real estate is bigger than Yeah, you need people, more people around you. Catering, you can easily train people. Same thing with real estate. Maybe because I'm just getting to understand real estate more. So, you know, in entry, so you meet agents, you meet developers, you meet people who want to sell all kind of persons. So if you start by trusting, they will just be hurting you. Yeah, so.
But in catering, you even trust your staff to the extent that you can allow them stay for some time without even calling them.
And in the sense that because I'm there, I know what to do. So I'm trained to watch. I can watch you. You won't know that I'm watching you. I used to have some workers. They're still working with me. I have workers who steal. They steal so much that if they don't get what to steal, they'll steal your the spices, the mangi that you're using to cook, just to cause because they must steal because it's in them to steal. So what I do, because they are good, I make provision for additional mangi, so that when they steal mangi, I still have the ones to use, and I know what to do. It's not that they're the one driving me; they're the one looking for a quick catch. I'm the one who collect the contracts. They need the money. I've collected the big money, but I need them to work. So I understand their problem, and I live with it.
So it's not proper for an employee to every other day put out adverts looking for staff, because he keeps sacking people, he keeps saying these people are not good enough, keeps complaining. So you must also, even when you know you have the money, you have the contract, you have the business, you have to also find a way to work with these people.
Yeah, you have to find a way because everybody needs a chance. Some of them, they are doing it, maybe they want to even pull out. So by the time they see that, oh, this person knows that I do this thing, and he has forgiven me, and he's still forgiving me, he's still allowing me to work with it, they can just change. Because some are called to do that business. Others are not called to do that business. And you must continue, because A, B, C, D are thieves, doesn't mean you should close down your business. So your ability to work with thieves and change them also matter in doing any kind of business. I don't know if...
Yeah, absolutely. I also like to ask about the support you have gotten from your family. How supportive has your family been? Does that matter for a woman who's doing business? Sorry that I'm using the word woman now, because in Nigeria we see some persons say, there was even a time someone was floating from a former president. He said the wife is in the other room and the sitting room, and people talk about it a lot. We see some women complain of marginalization in the workspace because they are women. I like to ask, have you faced any marginalization because you're a woman in different sectors that you've been involved with? And how supportive has the role your family played in assisting you been to the success that you've gotten in your businesses over years?
Yeah, my family, they've been so supportive and wonderful. I mean my extended family now. Most like my first business I did, I was into interior design. I was already getting big job in Abuja. I was supplying furnitures and woodwork from Edo State to Abuja, early 2000. But my children were young, I was still young in marriage. And of course, my husband didn't like it because, I have to be traveling and traveling. So but then I didn't understand. I couldn't win him over. I gave up the business because I needed to be there with the children. That was when I faced the catering business. But my other family were supportive, and my second family they were like, let your husband know that you are into this business and it's successful. Let him follow you if he's scared that, oh, my wife is traveling. The last one I did, as far back as 2007, I got a contract of 120 million. So I looked at it and said, okay, you go and do this delivery. And at the end of the day, he messed up with the business. He finished that one, but it was meant to last for 5 years. But he couldn't continue because he was not a dreamer. I was the one who saw the dream. I was the one who had the capacity to handle the job. So I learned my lesson. But because I was new in marriage, I was not able to conquer or win my husband over, allowing me to do that which I want to do. So, but when I started catering, so the next job, when I started multi-level marketing, we were even traveling, but that one also involved in the sense that when you qualify for travel, it's you and your spouse.
Right, yeah.
So I was like telling him to take me abroad. He ignored me. But I got myself a free ticket abroad with him. So the thing got me, crazy. So I did the business. I was so that to doing the business before I diverted back to building. So, but my extended family, they have supported me so much. They are still supporting me. Even now that I decided to do real estate, they are giving me everything that I need to do the business.
All right. So have you faced any case of marginalization? Have you experienced something that people say, it's more difficult for women than men? Is there any thing like that in the various businesses you've done?
I didn't face it in any of my previous businesses, but in real estate in Abuja, I'm trying to understand Abuja because I'm new in Abuja. I started real estate formally, became a real estate entrepreneur 2023 here in Abuja. So I'm trying to study. I know very few women are into real estate, so I'm trying to understand how they treat women here, as in women with real estate. Because the course I read, there's no difference between a man and a woman. In law, even a woman is seen as a man. So I'm trying to understand. I've not yet understood it here because I'm still very new.
Yeah, but in the other businesses that you've done, you've never felt segregation as a woman in your business.
Yeah, because I'm good in it.
Right.
I'm good in it. In building, when I started building, I'm always there. I started as soon as they gave me the first contract, I was almost interpreting building drawings. So I would tell your engineer, the architect, what's the meaning of this? What's the meaning of this? I kept asking questions. And I was there from foundation to understand everything. So it wasn't like I'm a woman. So when they saw that I was ready and I'm willing to know, they couldn't sideline me. They just allowed me to know. But in some communities that I went to build, they were like, this woman, even the workers, how can a woman be giving me order? But when they just, I will just make you know that if you don't do your work well, you will not be paid. And what I do by getting the attention of these workers, because I cook. So when I'm building, I just create a kitchen. As they're working, to be smelling good food. Madam, you can cook like this. So I got their attention. They forgot whether I was a woman. So I knew what to do per time. So
that means you like cooking it's something you like doing.
I hate poverty. I even never knew.
I love that. You have to say that. You hate poverty.
Yeah, I hate poverty. I want what I want. I want to be able to give my children what they want. I want to afford what I want. So starting, and I wanted to practice law. I love law to the extent that I wanted to practice. But the situation there, I couldn't do it. So the business I started gave me the platform to get money. Gave me the platform to give my children the best of education that I saw as best for them then. So I didn't want poverty to limit me. So I was willing to go that deep. And that's why I started.
So I'd like to ask, you've been in Edo State, you've been in Abuja, you've been coming to Abuja and all of that. Can you compare the opportunities available in Niger Delta, the state level, and opportunities available in Abuja? Some persons, we see a lot of persons say they want to move to Abuja. Is that something you advise? Even some business persons are seeking moving their businesses from the States and maybe moving to Abuja. Is that something you advise somebody to do?
Yes. I would advise anybody, most people, even in those states, I've convincing them anytime I visit them, Abuja has a greater opportunity. Like in Abuja, whatever you do and you're good, you may be lucky to see people to sponsor you. I just don't want to do catering in Abuja. That's not my focus, it's real estate. Like my first son graduated, when he graduated, as he was graduating, I took him straight to Abuja because there's nothing Edo State has to offer. You end up being a civil servant or having a beer parlor, small business, that's what they do there. And it worries a bit better, it has a better opportunity or platform for people to pick or start business. But Abuja has more of all this opportunity. So I would like to advise people to come to Abuja to look for what to do, because it's not difficult to get something to do in Abuja. It's very easy when you are determined, when you are focused.
All right, so we look at those who are into businesses of their own, and sometimes they talk about how they don't have institutional framework, a policy level framework for business owners to safeguard against risk. How do you manage risk? Some people even talk about getting loans to do business. Is that something you advise? Somebody can get loan to put into a contract?
I would only advise loan for those who understand what loan is. Loan is not meant for your personal satisfaction or for your children's school fees.
It's not meant for personal satisfaction.
Yeah, it's meant for that business which you took the loan for. I did loans before in my network marketing business, and I was never found wanting in the loan because I understood. And the product then, it was, apart from the fact that it was more network marketing, sorry, I'm deviating, whatever money you're putting into the business brings in product for you. So if you put in 5 million, it means that you have product of 5 million, and that 5 million has a profit of almost more than 1.5 million. So if you took in loan, paying that loan is not a problem. And because it's network and you have put in that money, you already have people that are under you. Whatever they do, you are paid because you are the upline now. So it was not difficult for a person like me to pay loan. So for those who are not strong, I will not advise them to do loan. Like in real estate, it will not also be difficult for me because I already understand what loan is and how to pay your loan, and I hate embarrassment. So but just understanding the business more, like maybe I want to go into full developing of estates, or maybe I want to acquire massive plots of land, maybe like 10 plots, 15 plots, and I'm going into loan. I know that selling this plot will bring money. Before I sell like 4-3, I'm able to settle the loan. So if you must think of the possibility of you paying the loan first, and the capital that will come from that business you're putting the loan into first before you think of going for that loan.
Right, so I'd like to ask now about one thing that has struck me when we look at how Nigerians do business, and that's partnership, right? We rarely really see a lot of partnership in our businesses. Most of our businesses are sole proprietorship. I like that you talk about how we can do partnership, but do you have experiences of times you partnered? What was the experience like partnering with somebody to do a business?
Actually, partnering in my network marketing business, because they already had the platform of everything, they are presenting everything for you. So the partnership was not conspicuous there. So, but in catering, I never partner with anybody. I only have friends, co-caterers who are the main people in charge of their own business, so we'll learn from each other. It's only maybe when I have a big job and I know it's too much for me, I may call 1 or 2 persons. But me, I always face it, I'll do it. But I have friends who will call me, TEGA, I have like 5,000 persons, can you help me to do 1,000 or 1,005? So it was easy. But in real estate now, I've not really partnered with anybody. I'm trying to partner with people. I've not really experienced that.
Okay, but is that something you advise for people?
Yes, I would advise it in real estate, because for you to grow, you must partner with people. You must mentor, you must do mentorship, you must partner. Otherwise, you want to do your business in a small... isolation,
you just be there
exactly.
by yourself. All right. So we talked about partnership. I'd like to also, like we talk about how to harness opportunities from even the government. There are a lot of governments, Bank of Industry and all of that people can go in. And sometimes some Nigerians do not look into those opportunities. I like that you talk to us about it. Is that something you encourage Nigerians to look out for? Opportunities? Yes,
I will encourage that kind of opportunity that is mortgage from all these people that are directly involved. If you know you want to do real estate, because there's no way you can do real estate without mortgage. You can't do real estate. Even if you are that blessed, you still need it because you need to grow big. You need to invest. And this money, you know, is coming back. You must do something to get something. You must commit others also to support you. So I will encourage it for those who know what they are doing.
So is being an entrepreneur difficult in Nigeria? Is it difficult?
Entrepreneurship, being an entrepreneur is not difficult at all. It's like wake up and see. You can just wake up today and tomorrow you are doing something. It's not difficult at all. Depends on your mindset. It's all about your mindset.
All right, so one of the things I will hear is that a lot of entrepreneurs say they like the freedom that comes with it. What costs you? Is there really freedom in running your own business? They like the fact that they don't have to wake up by 9 and go to the office and come back by 5 and those stories.
There's freedom, but it's not absolute because you are in charge. Yeah. You must make sure that you wake up by that 9 o'clock. You wake up, except maybe you are just into. You are just a sole proprietor. That's just you and yourself. You don't have workers. But if you have, whatever you are doing, you must create time for your business. You must create time for your workers. So that time is not there per se. You must feed the business. You must give the time that the business needs to the business. You see me running to Benin every now and then because catering also catch my attention. Right. I have workers in Benin. I'm here, I'm thinking about Benin. I have a shop that is running right now and people are there till like 3 o'clock every Sunday. So I'm here. My subconscious, my spirit is also in Benin because of that shop, because I'm the owner of the shop. And what do I have? Their goods and services. I have food. My workers have clothes. I mean, they have cooked people that have trained. They have put food there. So you see the time. My mind is still there. So that freedom, that time freedom, yes, is there. You can create time for yourself to rest, but you see that time is not completely absolute for you to just say, because I'm the boss.
I'll not go to the office for 1 week.
Yeah, just like the Englishman will say, on ease lies the head.
Yeah, that was the crown. So I like to ask, there's a problem with monitoring. Are you using CCTV cameras? How do you monitor to get to know what is happening at per second time at your various businesses?
Yeah, I just installed a CCTV camera. It wasn't there before because I just thought that those that want to steal will still steal. And because of where the place is, and it's a time frame, that particular one, because if I have a big job, I'll go. I also do catering in Abuja if it's big, once. So I just installed camera there now.
All right. So you see what is happening?
I see what is happening.
So is it like every time you call them, I'm like, I'm seeing you, I know what you are doing there?
I just watch.
Right.
I just watch. But those who steal, like, I've had people who stole recently. And what do? After they finish sales, they'll just switch off their phone. And you're looking for them. I'm not a spirit. I can't vanish to Benin immediately. You are calling. You can't even reach out to the person. You see? So that person, and before you know, it takes the person 1 or 2 weeks, and they have used the money. What do you do? What can I do? I don't believe in arresting people because how much is the money? Because at times, it's their mindset. They just feel that they can't see people's money. And this money, how can this woman have this money? And you can create this money for yourself if you want. Oh, you have taken somebody's money. You have it, and you don't have what to use to pay back. So they start, running from you. And when I see that they have started avoiding me, I just let them be.
Right. Absolutely. Some of the challenges that come with running businesses. But I'd like to ask now, as you look into the future, what are some of the things that you are projecting for yourself? You're in Abuja now, and maybe even projecting. You're doing real estate now, but from following the trajectory that you've said, I won't be surprised tomorrow if I know that you're into supply of cars, because you could pick interest in another business and go straight in.
Yeah, I can, but I love real estate. That's where my mind is. So whatever, I love money. I love big money. Yeah, I cannot steal for money, but I'll bring out the value of money. Okay, so if I can take any contract, because I registered, I have 2 companies I have 3 companies that I've registered. 2 building companies, 1 real estate, 1 construction, 1 general supply. So I can actually supply anything. And I'm into interior design. Furniture, that was my first business.
How can one person do all of these things? When do you have the time? You do catering, you do branding, you are into construction, real estate.
It's the gift.
And you still have time for your family?
Yeah, I have time for my family.
Your children are grown now?
Yeah, my children are grown.
So they don't need as much time?
I still give them time. I can't do without my children. I give them so much time.
And you give your husband time too?
I do give him time, but I think I give my children more time because he has had most of my time, more of my time than the children. Of course, all my children are adults. And this is the time to shape them well, to give them, to make them be like me, to have a dream, to believe in their dream, believe in themselves. That's what I'm trying to do. That's why I'm like connected to them now. Because I don't want to have a lazy child. Oh, my mother can do, or what can you do?
So how do you go through that process? Because we've seen situations where parents are very hardworking, very outgoing, and sometimes you see they try to pamper their children and say, no, allow them, do you also bring your children into your business?
Yes.
Do you teach them the business?
Yes, I involve them. Like my second son, he did engineering. I told him do engineering. And then he couldn't say no. He didn't like it, but he just did it. But right now, he's my editor, my film editor. He's the one that edits all my films. I'm shooting if I'm presenting any program online, he does the video editing, he does the videoing, he does everything. He captures. Even my my catering business. If he doesn't have time to come to Benin, I don't want him to come. Say, Mommy, just let me come and do the video for you. Then my first son, while I was cooking, I involve all of them. They be doing the salad. I give them salad to do. They cut the fried rice, they chop the salad. They do delivery. I cannot be cooking and you're sleeping. You're the one eating the money. They all went through good schools. So I involve them. It's only the last one that, all children are not the same. But he would rather do the video and let him be videoing, but he doesn't like work. So I noticed that he doesn't like work. But the other three, they're wonderful. They are involved in anything. I make sure that they are involved in what I'm doing so that they see where Mommy is getting the money from.
Right, absolutely. So what would you advise young girls, women who are listening? There are women whose husband have told them, we don't want you to work. We've heard scenarios where husbands have said, or maybe sometimes some husbands may even be thinking, my wife traveling from one place to the other, am I sure she will remain faithful, and all of those? What advice would you give to them?
They shouldn't stop their business, but they should travel with their husband, because I experienced it at the time when I was coming in for those supplies then in Abuja. My husband would come, where are you now? Where are you now? I say, okay, you want to know where I am? Then come. And he knows I'm in my sister's house in Abuja. Okay, where are you now? Is your sister there? So that fear. So that actually made me give up my business then, because I was not matured enough. Because otherwise, what I would have done then, which I would advise anybody to do now, you can pay for your trip and demand trip. Let him see what you're doing. Let him be there. So even when I started catering business, my husband didn't like it. He said, how can my wife be selling rice? Yeah, I said, I'm a lawyer that sells rice. Because anything you do that give you genuine money is called what? Legal practice. You're not stealing. So, but now is the one that tell people, oh, my wife is a caterer. You know that party that you attended? It was my wife that catered for that place. This. So he's proud of me. Even in real estate now, he's saying it. I just realized that first time that they are telling you, don't do this, don't do this. If you are really interested in what, and you're in love in what you are doing, in love with what you're doing, you believe in yourself, you will not give up.
Right, you will not give up. And for those who are thinking, for somebody who studied law, is it, some persons look at it higher up, is it not condescending to them to see you now go into business? You should be, you should be striving towards becoming an SAN, and they have that thought, and maybe they've even tried the legal practice, it's not working for them, but they just can't come down, not just in law, in different fields of endeavor. Some persons think that they are too big. I remember somebody the other time who was looking for a job, and I sent him a job interview, a job application. So I think the job was, 150,000. Person called me and said, so because I don't get job, are you insulting me? 150,000, what will they get for me? And you now look at the mindset. What can you say to those kind of persons?
Those ones are ordinarily, they are lazy people and they have pride. Because every business, every profession, it's all about money. The essence why we went to school is when you come back, you put in your ideas into just what the common market woman will do that's not doing well. You do it well to bring out more money. So it's not about even when I'm doing, whether I'm doing selling rice or whatever I decide to sell or package to sell.
Love the word package.
Yeah. So it's when they see the mentality, the mind with which you are doing it, and they see result. People want to see result before you're not seeing them coming close to you. I experienced it before then. Even my friends, they were like, they were practicing. They didn't want to. I didn't even see them as relevant. They were very insignificant to me because what can you bring to my table? And I saw the lives they were living. I saw the schools their children were attending. So I was just, you're just bragging. Some of them, yes, they're practicing. They're not well paid by their principal. They could not even represent the law well in court. So it's not about wearing black and white. What are you taking home? What value are you putting in the law that you're practicing?
So in the final analysis, it's about the value that you bring to the table.
The value, you are sold out to what you're doing, your mindset concerning that job, and your ability to create wealth out of that thing that you're doing to satisfy people, to provide services, and to create wealth.
All right, so do you have like a mentorship class for maybe somebody's listening and the person wants to come under your tutelage? Do you train people? Do you mentor people? Is that something you've thought of?
Yeah, I did when I was doing multi-level marketing. I was training people not to be lazy, how to start small and grow your business. Right. I did that when I was doing multi-level marketing. I also did it in catering, but I've not done that in real estate because I'm also growing myself also in real estate. I've not perfected everything because I'm just, how many years in real estate? Barely like going to 3 years now. So I've not started mentorship or training in real estate, but I did it in the other businesses that I did.
All right, so for somebody who wants to get mentorship, what would you advise the person what process would you advise the person? Is it to go online, Google up mentors, reach out to people personally?
Mentorship in real estate?
Yes.
Yeah, it's to look for a good real estate company and do. Now we have real estate courses. I did, when I entered real estate, I did courses. I'm even still doing courses because I'm with like 5 groups. I'm trying to learn more about real estate. So I want to go into mentorship because you must be mentored. Right. Even you that want to mentor people, you too must be mentored. So I want to be mentored in real estate. So I'm already into 5. I'm like thinking which is best. So it's a must, is a good suggestion to mentor in anything that you want to do, especially in real estate to me.
Right. So can one person run, let's say, 5 businesses simultaneously and be successful in all? It seems you've cracked the code.
Yes, you can. When your interest is there, like cooking, for example, I can close my eye and cook. I don't even need to know to have eaten that food before. Just give me the recipe, I'll cook it. The mind is there. Right. So it's not really, apart from making money, I have passion doing it. Then for construction, it's not difficult because you get people to do it. Just like every other business, there are people who will do the main job for you. They get paid while you are just like supervising. Same thing with all businesses are like that. You are supervising the business. So if you have integrity, you must have integrity to do this job. And you can do 5, you can do 6, depends on your interest. You must have the interest and the passion.
So the last question I'd like to ask you this morning, you've talked about integrity, and sometimes we see that a lot of persons who are involved in businesses do not have integrity. How have you been able to sustain your integrity in the various businesses you've done over years?
Integrity has to do with your foundation. They were not raised with integrity. So because what you have, you give. It's what you have that you give. So that's how I know people. So first of all, I just watch you, and I know those who don't have integrity. So they were not raised with it, so they can't give it. You can't give what you don't have.
So how important is integrity in running businesses?
Very important. Very important. You cannot be trusted if you don't have integrity. And your business cannot go that far if you don't have integrity.
So you recommend integrity for people?
Very well.
Right. Thank you so much, TEGA Obayabona, for speaking to us. TEGA is a real estate entrepreneur. She has done a lot of businesses. She's a lawyer. She's done catering.
I'm a law graduate.
A law graduate, right? Yeah. She's done catering services. She's done construction, consultancy, and all of
business
other
consultation. Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming on the program. We wish you all of the best. And when next you go to Benin, I've been to GRA. Yeah, you greet people at GRA for me. This I know that one.
Okay.
I know. Is it traffic lights close to GRA? There's a place in Benin.
Okay, everywhere has traffic light. Maybe there's Kada Plaza where they have traffic light that's connecting you to GRA. One is Sapele Road.
You see?
You've not been there for a while.
I've not been there for a while. Thank you so much for coming on the program.
You're welcome. It's my pleasure.
All right. Okay, people. So today we're looking at nation building, developing an entrepreneurial mindset, and we spoke to a Nigerian who has done fairly well for herself, standing out as an entrepreneur in Nigeria. I hope that you've learned one or two things. We'll be right back, and my colleague Sadia Yakubu will be here to take you in the next segment of the program. Please stay with us.